Welcome back, gamers. This is Weedy with Weeby Gaming, coming back with another video after quite a bit of a sabbatical. I'm here to show you a brief rundown of a factory I built in Fallout 4 with the add-on, download DLC, whatchamacallit, and also a vault, my trophy vault. So here you can see I built basically what I imagine a lot of factories look like, but that was really not as functional as I thought it would be because these things don't fit in just one level. They're kind of a level and then some. So anyhow, I didn't do anything too fancy with them because I just didn't want to spend forever figuring everything out. This alone, the doorway that's opening that you can open from either side was kind of a puzzle for me to figure out, logic gates and all that. So after that, I decided to try and keep things simple. I also played around a bit with some switches and lights for my live nude girls sign. Unfortunately, no girls. Although I wanted to, it does remind me of Dimitri Martin's bit. Do you really need the live part there? Anyways. Here we had the iBot pod, which I found to be a cool idea, but basically useless. You program this thing to go find scrap, and it'll go all over the map and find some scrap of the kind you're looking for. I decided to go find aluminum, which it did, and I had to travel across the map and get to a place where I found something with 2 bits of aluminum in it. So, unless you want to spend all your time fast traveling everywhere looking for different little bits of material, it's kind of useless. Cool idea, though. Here's the rest of just the settlement I built to so I could house a few people. Played around with some of the concrete construction, which is far more substantial than the kind that were available in other parts, before the DLCs, but still just a building. So anyways, let's go check out the vault I built. I used the Starlight Drive-In because I hadn't used it for anything else previously, and it offers a nice big relatively flat area. So let's go check that out. I guess I should have warned you at the beginning, if you don't have these DLCs, you won't be able to build this stuff, and also there may be spoilers. Just as far as what materials you can use. In my vault, I'm going to have, weapons and things like that that may not be available without the DLCs. So just keep that in mind. I think that some of the DLCs, I don't know, I kind of liked the Nuka World. It gave you a little bit more in-game content besides just new materials or things to build. And who doesn't like exploring a new map? Same thing with Far Harbor. That was pretty cool. Automatron, I don't know. I could take it or leave it. So here we are at the Starlight Drive-In. And hey. Ah, man, I just set this up. Well, alright. Yeah, Tripwire starts a fireworks show. So that was pretty cool. I didn't monkey around with that too much, just set one up real quick to see what they did, and lo and behold, they launched fireworks. Here is the entrance to my trophy vault. But before we go in, I'm thinking I'm going to go punch that cow, because I don't have any weapons. Thanks for screwing up my introduction, cow. Butt punch. Butt punch. Butt punch. Alright.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Quit shooting at me. I just punched your cow. It's not like I freaking... It's not like I punched your mom. Okay. So, back to the vault here. Kind of took a while to get figured out how to set this up flat. These things pissed me off because they were stopping me from building where I wanted to. And then, all of a sudden, they all just came off their foundations and started rolling around on the ground. So I don't know why I couldn't build around them if all I had to do was wait for them to just fall over on their own. I used the the drive-in area kind of as a storage area. Let me turn that radio off in case I get some copyright problem. Storage area, and I kind of used it to work on power armor, and I used the upstairs here to store extra power armor frames and bits of suits of power armor. Because I intended this thing to be, like it shows, my trophy vault, so I don't want pieces and parts laying around. So let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. Now these vault doors, I don't know what they're meant to match up to, because I couldn't find anything that they exactly match up to, like where it'll click or anything. So that was kind of tricky. But here we go. On the inside, I've got my power armor and various weapons, some display cases, lots of lighting. These weapon panels, it's kind of hard to judge what's going to fit on what panel. So I started with pistol-sized ones, and then I just switched to the biggest ones because sometimes things were not fitting where you would think they would. And then I kind of used the armor racks. Basically all the weapons and most of the armor rack stuff are either legendary or at least unique items in the game. So there I got a Courser's uniform, the Grognak axe, and his outfit. That's just some legendary armor. I got a robot arm there, and the what's his name's armor, some stuff from the Nuka-Cola DLC there. That's a pretty cool diving suit I picked up in Far Harbor. Another Children of Atom stuff, spacesuit. Cowboy stuff that came from Nuka World. Nothing special about the tuxedo, but I thought it went with the top hat. So yeah, I just kind of picked up. I didn't really sell any of my unique weapons during the whole playthrough of the game. I think there are a few that I may have equipped on Settlers, but I couldn't remember which ones, so whatever. I spent most of the game wearing that, the Minutemen General's outfit, just because I thought it looked slick. And we got this, what was his name? Now I can't remember. The guy from Good Neighbor. Yep, and then the rest, a lot of this stuff is just pieces and parts of legendary armor that, whatever, I figured I'd throw it on a display. Good old hazmat suit. And then we got some of the smaller weapons here. Okay, so I'll head back down stairs. We got our power armor here. Just some Brotherhood of Steel. This has got the Pizza-Nucleic one from that other side quest. Some of these aren't fancy, they're just either cool looking or, whatever, they're at least full sets. We got the Vim Refresh, I think it is, or Invigorate, or whatever. That's from the that's from the Far Harbor DLC. And the Quantum X01 from Nuka Land, Nuka World, another Vim set. Tesla armor looks cool. And Vault-Tec. I picked up a couple armor sets of T-45 armor. There's the Sugar Bomb set. I think I picked them up on one of the overpasses for raider encampments that I'd gone through a few different times, and for whatever reason they still show as stolen. So I don't know if that's a bug everyone noticed, or I just happened to pick up a set that was bugged, or what. But whatever, I still use it. These two I use most of the game with the jetpacks on them. One's leaded and the other one's not. There's the Nuka-Cola one and the pink one, just so I did all the different variations, even whatever. Did the pink one. So then we have some more of these either unique or legendary weapons. Big stick was one I made that I carried around a lot. Another thing with building a vault of this size, and most of you probably found the same YouTube video I did, but it was very frustrating at first, was how to get around the build limit on your settlements. And if you didn't know, let me help you out. Basically, you take a bunch of items, you know, like weapons or armor or whatever. You drop them on the ground in your settlement, and then you switch to construction mode, and you store all the items into the settlement's storage. And as you pick up each item, it reduces the amount that your build limit is filled. So you can do that several times and then get your settlement build percentage down so that you can build a whole lot more, and then if you need to, you repeat the process. So I did that a few times in order to be able to build this much stuff. But that was a very handy trick I was glad to find, because it never made sense to me, like on the island out there. I mean, it's a huge island, but you can't nearly take up, you know, the potential it has with the build limit that Bethesda set. So then I got computers here with all of the different games. I was disappointed to find out that you can't just leave the tape plugged in there. So you have to, what happened to this one? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, you can't just leave them plugged in there, so I set up a computer for each one and then put the game next to it, whatever. Here I've got all the different grenades, that at least the ones that when I was done with my playthrough that I had. There may be more. Same with mines. And then there's an empty case. And then this is just random small stuff that I didn't want to use up a display board with. You get the Kami Basher there, and the squirt gun from Nuka World. And the flare gun's in there too, I think. This is all of the Nuka-Cola recipes from the expansion. This is a Gauss rifle that would not fit on a board. And the cryolator won't go on any of the boards either. This is every variety of Nuka-Cola, including the ones that you can craft. Let's see here. And of course all the bobbleheads. It's probably the first thing I finished collecting. I did collect all of the magazines, I believe, except one, which was part of a railroad storyline mission, which I missed because I destroyed the railroad. And I got my big guns here. Should all be unique. And some of these I didn't use, like I never got into Gatling guns. The Merv, at least according to the stats, does way less damage than a regular Fat Man, so I didn't bother using that. But I did build it. The Nuka, that one I used a lot after I found it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, here we got the all the magazines. I think some of them may have clipped through the bottom of these displays. I'm not sure. But it seems like there's a lot less of them than when I was putting them in there. But then again, it took forever to put them in there, so it may just seem to me like there should be more. And then I did have to... I played through this whole game doing all my construction, not knowing how to stack. It would have been really nice to know, but I found out building this thing how to stack floor panels so that you could adjust the height of different things. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, and then, yeah, during the construction, this damn skeleton, like, after I got everything up, it, like, somehow bubbled up through the surface. It was originally on the pavement out here, and I built over it, and it just, yeah, it just bubbled up. Made a lot of racket for a while, and then that's when it bubbled up. So I've got my generators on top of the vault. Up there you can see the power lines and towers and stuff. What was that? Oh, stupid skeleton. I originally set out with an entire floor of foundations so everything would be even. And then after I got that done, I went and, took out like half of them so it wouldn't take up so much build space. And then built the floor on top of that so that I could make sure it was all flat. And then after I put in the vault doors, I basically surrounded them with a shroud of concrete walls because that was the only thing I could get to... that was the only way I could figure out how to make it kind of mate a little bit better with the walls and everything, because otherwise there was just big gaps in there. So yeah, there's my robots. Don't remember if I showed you those. So I think that's gonna do it for me. I will be done with Fallout 4 now, it looks like, and I will pick it up with another game. So I'll see you guys later. Keep watching them videos and keep on gaming.